Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg on this Wednesday, October 14th, 2020. Jeremy Crosby here, Andrew Bamlett, working from a faraway place we like to call home, and we're glad you're here with us on a Wednesday night. And, well, it's going to be starting to be cold now. We had our nice highs in the 60s. Maybe you didn't feel it because the wind was hitting you in the face, because it was just breezy out there today. I know, walking in and out of City Hall this morning when I was in for a shoot, and I had an outdoor shoot today. It was very, very breezy out there. And yeah, if you again haven't raked the lawn, don't worry about doing that today, because it's gonna help. All the leaves maybe will come down now. Looking outside here, got a lot more leaves to go. So, but yeah, those temperatures are gonna start to drop now. It looks like for the foreseeable future. So be on the lookout for that. Watch out for that frost, even some freezing up to the north this weekend I saw. So a lot of cool temperatures. We'll warm you up with some of our headlines today. And of course, check in with our guest segment and digest. Verona Road Business Coalition had their appreciation event last night for all the volunteers that helped make that organization a success during the construction. 7 years they had to do or instruct construction businesses in Fitchburg and Madison and Verona. Those Vrbc did a wonderful job, and we're so glad to be able to honor those volunteers. We'll show you what that event looked like last night. Plus, we got your Fitchburg road construction update for you as well. Bill Balke is here, and he'll get us the latest on what is a paving frenzy. That's what I'm going to call it, paving frenzy. Lots of pavement being laid, and we'll break it all down for you coming up. But first, we do turn your headlines. A lot of election information to get to, and we do have an absentee ballot update coming in today. Voters, Fitchburg, you have returned 6,518 ballots to City Hall. That is amazing. And we have mailed 10,165. That's a lot of ballots. So if you still have your ballot, don't delay. Return it today. It didn't say that, but I wanted to say that. All ballots come with prepaid postage to drop back into the mail, or you can drop them off at City Hall. And I'll tell you, every time I've been in, Andrew, they have been dropping their ballots off like no tomorrow. Lots of people coming in. Remember that the foyer is open 24/7. Ballots can be returned this Saturday as well, the 17th, at Hugo Jamestown Park Shelter, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can stop by for a special drop-off event. And of course, you can track your ballot and so much more at myvote.wi.gov. Myvote.wi.gov. That's where you can get that taken care of. And speaking of voting, today is the last day to register to vote online or by mail. It's correct. It's happening today. So if you haven't already registered, you can do that right now. Super easy. All you got to do is go to myvote.wi.gov, myvote.wi.gov, and that's where you can register to vote, or you can do it by mail, but you got to get that done and in today. And then for future, you can still go to your municipality, so you can come down to City Hall and register to vote, and on Election Day, you can register, but I would highly encourage you to get registered ASAP, because we don't know what the Election Day is going to look like. For how busy it will be. So better to get it done ahead of time than wait till the last minute. All right, in other news, County Highway PD traffic changes this week. You may have noticed there's been some lane closures going on this week as they continue to pave and finish off the roadway. So you have single lane closures throughout the week on the Commerce Truck Drive to Fitchburg Road to accomplish the surface paving. Closures should continue through Friday of this week. There also is a traffic switch anticipated for the night of the 14th. The switch will close down all access to under the Verona Road Bridge. All traffic existing on Verona Road to County Highway PD will be able to turn right onto PD, and all traffic traveling from County PD to Verona Road will be able to make a right onto Verona Road. You just can't go underneath the bridge as they activate all of those stoplights and get you able to roll through there. So all the final work will be done there, and that intersection should open up again tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that tonight. Again, that closure starting and will be overnight tonight. All right, social work picture from our friends at the Fitchburg Senior Center. Social work picture, the current time is uncertainty. You may be wondering whom you can turn should you need the need to arise. Although the Fitchburg Senior Center remains closed to the public, the social work program is still available. While our working hours will vary on a daily basis, we are doing our best to address the needs as quickly as possible. If you're having difficulty with essential daily activities, please don't hesitate to call the Senior Center and ask to speak to a social worker. They are happy to talk through your concerns over the phone, and if necessary and circumstance permit, you may be able to arrange a home visit. You can reach Amy Jordan at 270-4295 or Sarah Falkers, 270-4294. Our social workers are ready for one-on-one meetings as well. You just have to schedule appointments, 270-4290, and masks are required. All right, the fall reading program at the Fitchburg Public Library is also going on. If you want to get some sweet prizes, I suggest you get yourself signed up for this. Yeah, you can get registered on Beanstack and take advantage of the fall reading program. Participate in one of our reading challenges to earn badges and prizes while discovering great books. And this, they have never done this before for the fall. So you have your summer and you had your winter, but now with the fall and everything going on, they wanted to keep you up to date there and have some fun, right? Have some fun, my read. You got nothing else to do now, right? Let it read. Is that right, Christy? Sound right? Let it read. Let it read. She's shaking her head there. All right. How about this? Vehicle versus deer crashes, honey. This is a big one. Yep. Vehicle deer crashes peak in October and November in Wisconsin during the rutting period when bucks pursue potential mates. Yeah, they're looking for their mates, Christy. To avoid deer crashes and motorist injuries, Wisconsin DOT offers the following tips. Christy, you got to slow down, eliminate distractions, make sure the vehicle occupants are buckled up. If you see one deer cross in front of you, watch for more. There's probably another one coming, Christy. They'll be coming. You got to look out. And by the way, I'm the one who hit the deer. She's never hit a deer, I have. If you see one deer cross, we already got that one. If a collision with a deer is unavoidable, brake firmly and stay in your lane and avoid sudden swerving, which can result in the loss of vehicle control and no more serious crash. Yeah, it's better to just slow down, hit the deer, then swerve, because you could swerve into somebody, or again, you can swerve and lose control of the vehicle, and that could lead to very bad damage to yourself and your vehicle. If you hit a deer, get your vehicle safely off the roadway if possible, and call law enforcement. Be prepared to describe your specific location. And it's generally safest to stay buckled up inside your car while you're waiting. Walking along the highway is always dangerous, and you could be struck by another vehicle. Yeah, don't do it. We've seen so many of these happen, and a lot to officers and law enforcement that are out there. So you got to be careful about that. And please do not attempt to move the deer. Yeah, not a good idea. And again, showing you those deer-related crashes on the screen there, what you've been seeing. Right at the, we're kind of right at that peak season here, coming in very strong in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be, the deer will be moving, especially with the cold temperatures. I'm sure that will get them up and going. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest with your Verona Road Business Coalition appreciation event. You thought I was going to say construction update. No, we'll bring you that next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school.
Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
You're the engine that makes all things go, and you're always in disguise, my hero. I see your light in the dark, smile in my face when we all know it's hard. You're doing a good job, a good job. You're doing a good job, don't get too down. The world needs you now, know that you matter, matter.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the digest today. And today we're going to talk about the Verona Road Business Coalition. Last night they held their appreciation event. It was virtual, not what they were expecting to do, but given the times, they still wanted to thank all of the great volunteers that helped make the Verona Road Business Coalition such a success. And you out there as well did a great job too. But tonight, or right now, not tonight, well, I guess tonight technically, we're going to hear exactly what that coalition has done. And again, the thanks to all of the great volunteers. Take a look.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our VRBC Volunteer Appreciation virtual event. We had wanted to be able to do this in person with all of you at Quivy's Grove, but of course, as you know, COVID has impacted all of us, and so we were not able to do that in person. So as much as we hated to have to do it, via Zoom here, we're going to proceed this way. But today is a very special day, as you'll hear from our mayor here. October 13th is now VRBC Volunteer Appreciation Day. And so we're here to celebrate each and every one of you and all of the accomplishments and hard work that you've contributed to the VRBC, to making our community stronger, to helping the road construction be much more bearable to survive, and also helping our businesses survive all of this and our economy go forward while forging friendships along the way. So at this point, I want to thank you all for all that you've contributed, big and small, to the efforts of the VRBC over the last 7 years. We worked hard to get to the finish line, and as of this month, we really will be at the finish line after 7 years of road construction. And we couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. So we have a special program planned for you today, and at this point I'd like to introduce Mayor Aaron Richardson, who's representing the city of Fitchburg, who has been our largest supporter here, who initiated the VRBC, the whole entire program, this initiative, and the city has been tremendously supportive in all of our efforts going forward. So Mayor Richardson.
And I really just want to echo, things in here. The thanks for Cindy, for the members of the VRBC, especially the executive committee, Deirdre, Dale, Tony, all these people who really helped the whole community, and especially those businesses along Verona Road. I think it really stands to, to me, the biggest thing in here is this is really the gold standard, and this is really something that was innovative, unique, and other communities are copying because we did such a great job with that. This past weekend, I was biking over the brand new bike bridge over McKee Road, and you could see the McKee Road corridor, and you could see Verona Road in the distance, and you could see the change that area has undergone and where it's going to be at the end of the month here when this project is finally done. And it's really neat to see how great it is and how it's going to benefit all the businesses in this area and the community as well. So I'm just very excited. I'm happy that we were able to help support this and support our businesses, and I'm excited that it is finally going to be done shortly. So up next is Deirdre from Quivy's Grove, and also a very integral part of the VRBC.
Thank you so much, Mayor Richardson. Hello, everyone. I'm Deirdre Garten, one of the co-owners at Quivy's Grove, and I've been working on this all the way back to 2013. I remember when former Mayor Sean Pfaff gave me a call one day in late 2013 and said, you know, this road project that's going on, that's coming along, you know about it. Well, I think you really better pay attention. And so as a result of that call, we pulled together a meeting in December of 2013, brought in all the businesses in the area, and the DOT came and we talked about what was going to be happening. And out of that came the Verona Road Business Coalition. So I have to say, having worked on this for almost 7 years now, or a full 7 years now, I want to say a big thank you to a number of people. I'm going to actually start, though, with the Fitchburg Chamber, because they're the ones that we're going to be passing the baton to for a number of the activities that we developed, like Jingle and Mingle and some of the other fun things that we did. And along with that, I'm going to hand over to Angela Kinderman my bag of notes and notebooks that I've collected. That would be 4 notebooks full of meeting notes and all kinds of information about the coalition. So.
We will treasure that, Deidre. We'll put it in the historical archives.
Perfect. I also want to thank, in particular, all the block captains who just were fantastic throughout this long haul. They helped so much in keeping all the neighbors informed, their neighbors informed, and up to date on what was happening. So many people hosted events. It was spectacular. All the volunteers who helped with the events, the annual meetings, Oktoberfest, open roads, Jingle Mingle, et cetera, et cetera. It really kept this organization going, no question about it. And of course, the city of Fitchburg. I mean, what can I say? Joyce, Mike, the city, and their financial support for us, we just couldn't have done it without it. And that came in year 1. So they realized from the get-go how important this was.
So first of all, I just want to say on behalf of the City of Fitchburg and the VRBC, I wanted to thank each and every one of you for all that you've contributed to making the VRBC such a huge success. As a project manager for the coalition, I was continually impressed by the level of commitment, dedication, and participation of so many people. Business leaders, community members and leaders, local and state government officials all came together to help create this group that, as we've heard before, WSDOT has considered to be the gold standard and for road construction projects. And they will use our experiences as a guide for future experiences going forward. And I want to echo the sentiments that have already been said here, but I really wish to thank the City of Fitchburg for all of your support. From day one, with having the initiative or the insight in realizing that this 7-year project was going to need support for the businesses to be able to survive all of this. And then for coming back around and actually funding it for 7 years so that we could get the job done and get it to the finish line. Without your support, none of this could have been possible.
There you have it. 7 years in the making. They did such a great job. Thank you to everybody that is part of the VRBC, and for all of you for continuing to visit all the businesses, come to all the events, and support the VRBC and their mission to keep the businesses and you connected during all of the road construction. Verona Road Project wraps up at the end of this month. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come, including we're talking with Bill Balke on your Fitchburg road construction update. Funny that we're talking more construction. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
¡Sam, Elmo!
Hola, Julia. ¿Estás lista para tocar con nosotros? Yo tocaré mi clarinete.
Y Elmo tocará su tambor. Tambor ruidoso.
Bueno, ya sabes qué hacer, Julia.
Julia sabe.
Dado el autismo de Julia, los sonidos pueden ser muy fuertes.
Y hace música a su manera. ¡A tocar!
La detección temprana del autismo puede hacer una diferencia de por vida. Conoce más sobre la detección temprana en detecciondeautismo.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining us today from, looks like his office here at the city of Fitchburg City Hall, it's Bill Balke. Bill, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing just fine, my friend. Glad to have you back on here. You have only lots of good news to share with us today as projects start to wind down for the year. I mean, we're almost to like paving of all projects, right? That's the big word today. We're using the big P word, paving.
Paving, black, asphalt. Yes, we're trying to get
like
all that finished up before it gets too cold and we can't pave. So they have been paving out there on Fish Hatchery Road coming south from Greenway Cross. They'll be doing some curb and gutter next week up at Greenway Cross and then paving that. Then they're working their way down south from Post Road down to Traceway, then turning around and coming back the other direction. So.
Is this the final layer of it, or is this our first layer?
Yeah, we'll be putting down the first layer later this week and next week, and then coming back with the surface closer to, I think it was the 28th of October, so closer to Halloween.
Gotcha. And as they wrap up, what other pieces are going to get wrapped up for this project besides the paving? I know that we've had a lot of, as we go down the hill, things got a little bit more complicated because you had to do some retaining wall work and those sort of things. So any other work to be had as we wrap up this year?
No, well, we're in the final stretches. You said we're finishing up the wall. They probably won't get those stained. We'll probably do some decorative concrete next year versus this year, just because of the timing. And we're always running into hiccups too. We found a gigantic electrical line that went right through the middle of a new storm sewer that we were going to put in. So that kind of delayed some of finishing that area up at Greenway Cross. They have to get in there, lower that, and cut it out of the way. So just something you just didn't expect has happened.
That's part of the deal. I know when they were doing construction in front of my house, they had that same issue, and yeah, that sets you back for a day as you get the different utility companies that come in and work around that. So certainly understandable. Anything else to report, or we're going to jump over to McKee?
Let's go to McKee.
Fantastic. Hitching a ride over to McKee Road in similar fashion. Sounds like we got some paving work coming up, and some of that has to be done during the day.
Yes, we're finalizing the timing of doing that. Because of the temperatures that get so cool at night, we can't pave at night and do a nighttime closure, so we might have to do some closures during the day. We'll have a detour set up. We're finalizing how those detours are going to get set up, but we're not talking about doing that for another couple of weeks yet. So it'll be that week of the 20, whatever that is.
Oh, the last week in October?
Last week in October. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So-
you're talking the 26th through the 30th
Yep.
for the final week, and that's what would make sense for if you're not familiar with the paving operation and how that works, Bill. What do they do at night when they are paving? Do they bring in another machine? Like, I guess for those who don't know, why does it have to be hot? I guess when you're laying it down.
That's a good question.
Yeah, Bill, stumped you. Yes.
Yeah, the asphalt and the oil, they need to have a certain temperature in order to be pliable enough to be able to put it down and get it into the right shape that you want it. And then it does cool over time. Actually found out today that it takes almost a year for it to fully harden. So
really?
The asphalt, is still hardening over that time period. But if it gets too cool too fast, the surface will break up and it'll just fall apart. So.
Well, there you go. You heard it right from the public works director on hot asphalt and everything about it. Anything else to report on McKee Road then besides that work?
I think they're doing a nighttime closure tomorrow night, 14th. So they'll be doing that through the Brown Road intersection to finish up some of the paving and the traffic signals in that area. So just be on the lookout for that. You'll be able to get up to the intersection, turn right, but you won't be able to go through.
Yeah, that doesn't matter whichever side you're on. They're finishing up the final pieces on that intersection there. So, got to be careful. Other projects, Bill, to report on?
Not really. We just got a lot of subdivision work that we're trying to wrap up too with asphalt. We got 3 or 4 subdivisions that are trying to get finished up so they can get their building permits this winter. And started a water main work through McGaw Park. So we've got that was going to be completed this week. And then next week, they're going to be starting over on Lacey and Seminole, putting in a sanitary sewer pipe underneath Seminole there.
Well, there you go. Lots of little projects to get done here. Try to get it all wrapped up. I see there might get a little bit of a deep freeze coming up this week. So hopefully that doesn't stop too much of the work going on.
Hopefully. Yep.
All right, Bill, I appreciate the time as always, and we'll check back in with you. Only a couple more weeks left, Bill. Then you're free from us for a while, and we'll get you back next year for sure. So appreciate your time either way, Bill. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. See you then.
See ya. All right, Bill Balke, Public Works Director, a lot going on up there. And we'll keep you updated here on the show every day with the road closures as they come in. Take a quick break, more to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
We scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show. I want to thank Bill Balke for helping us out with the construction update. We'll check back in with him next week. Please be very aware as you pass through these construction zones. Remember to stay connected with Fact TV as well. Keep you updated on the latest for construction. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.